Hey guys, super excited. It is February 8th, 2019. We are so far behind and ahead and mixed up. We have no plan at all, but we filled our first bin so far with pepper sprouts. We got 9 different varieties here. A couple quick notes on the bin. This is the 3-foot light that we got for I think $15 at the Home Depot. It does work pretty well, but this bin is a 3-foot bin, so we have to keep these little styrofoam things to kind of keep it secure when we have it over. What we've been doing is we've been running this light for most of the day, but for about an hour or two in the morning to an hour or two at night, we're operating this light. So let me show you this light real quick. Don't look directly at the purple light, but so we will take that light is what we do, and we have it mounted onto a board. It was like $10 down from 20 last year during a clearance. So we just mounted the brackets onto a board, and we will also place that over the top of our bin. Both of these we've considered getting like T5s or T8s or different lights like that. But the fact that the LEDs don't give off heat really helps when you're doing the box. They do give off a tiny bit of warmth, but nothing too major. So we'll run that purple light about 2 hours in the morning. It's best to find a rhythm to when you do these things. What we have here is 9 different varieties of plant. Let me get a little bit more light here for you. There you go. 9 different varieties. So these are the first 9 sprouts out. We have about another 12 different varieties still that are sprouting for us. But let's start with the Medusa peppers. Right here, you see what the purple light kind of does? If you're trying to inspire flowering, the purple light would work best. As you can see, some of the mist-watering and trying to get them used to a certain light that works best for us has kind of discolored the leaves a tiny bit in some areas. We are big fans of Epsom salt water. Epsom salt water will really help get that green color back if you're looking for that. So the first one we're going to look at over here is 2 and 1, and I think that might be the only one we did that in, other than the golden black one that are still in the little bathroom. As you can see right here, I topped it, and it's got a whole nother shoot coming out right here, and another one here, and even the second one that's on here is trying to produce other ones. So what I'm going to do to this one right here is nick it right about there. It'll inspire the growth of those other shoots right there. Also looking around to try to manicure it, I'm going to clip some of these larger leaves to let some of the light into the new growth. I should hit this one too since it's a little off, huh? Alright, so that's the black cobra. We had all 3 of those went. There's 2 of them right there. This one is really cool. I'm not sure how good it'll show up, but it's a furry plant. We thought last year that the Bahamian Goat, which we've seen a lot of people grow online, is furry, but this is the black cobra.
I can't get it to show. Maybe a little.
Little hairs all over it. Let me see. Is it zoomed in at all?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a furry plant. We'll have that one definitely in our yard this year, though. They take off and climb tall, just like all the long peppers. The plants of long peppers, cayenne, long Thai, any of those kind of peppers, the shoots, they're always going to try to climb. If you're looking for a plant that gets leggy really quick and easily, it would be any of those longer peppers. So
Who's the next victim?
the next victim is the Dulce Soul. We'll talk about those. So we have 3 of those going somewhere. There's a Dulce Soul here. Even though this is a lower sprout, I'm not going to quite top this one yet. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one alone.
Isn't that Dulce Soul, or is that?
This one right here is Dulce Soul. So you can see these leaves get really
big and
big
fresh
on there, and they look really kind of like some kind of like mini hairs or something on the leaves. I'm not sure what that is, but never grown this kind before. It should be a sweet pepper. It looks like a little sundress. My permaculture garden, I think, brought up that Dulce means sweet, so it means sweet sun. But we've been calling it the sundress pepper because it looks like a dress. But I'm going to go down. I usually go up 3 to 5 leaves minimum if I really need to get a leggy plant down. This one right here, I'm actually going to go down pretty far and take that entire top off right there, leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's more than enough. And with all that extra light and a little bit of care, these little buds right here are going to start shooting out whole nother stalks. So this is a Dulce Sol over here too. This is the third one we have. As you can see, it's already been topped, and there's a whole nother branching right here and a whole nother branching right here, and another one inside. There's some down here. So topping them once they have about 5 leaves. We let 5 or 6 go, but a lot of times when we make decisions, we have to base it on the growth of the plant, how long we can keep it inside of the bin. So this one right here, I'm going to take that one.
If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling.
Trying to take the bigger ones from the top mostly works better. I'm going to take this one. Tries to let the light get down to the other parts more, so this is going to be a really strong plant right there. So that's the Dulce Sol. Now we have, let's go with the golden. One of those is with the other black Cobra in the little bathroom. This one right here is kind of having an issue, struggling a little bit. It's starting to come back now. As you can see, the purple light, it got a lot of effect to before we got the other light. And it's already got a little flower thing trying to form right here. So I would normally, since this one's smaller, let it go a little bit before I topped it. But since it's already trying to flower up top here, I'm just going to nick it up top. Alright, and I'm going to, even though these leaves are kind of shifty, I'm going to leave them alone for just a minute, just so it can help the plant with anything. When we do the transplants, we go up the stem as far as we can, trying to hit a node. Like these are the false leaves. These may fall off or they may stick around, but we try not to take those off until the plant's already starting to form. So let me jump to another one now. We'll go to the Bahamian Goat. This is a really cool stalk on these plants. I think they will turn out furry, but it is a thick plant in all 3 of them.
Fuzzy. Will you show it again? Okay.
So it's going to be like most super hots that end up being squat with broad leaves. This is supposed to be a fire hot pepper. So this one right here is a little bit short. I'll let it go just a little bit longer. This one over here, it's never really capping much higher. I could let it go a little bit longer, but I don't want it to produce too much at the top. I want it to start getting more light down low.
Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There. If you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion.
Okay, so the Medusa is a ornamental plant, and it looks like it would be a really, really excellent plant for just a container. It's already got all sorts of flowering. I'm going to, if you can see, only trim a couple of these with the leaves down to let some more light get in there to create the new shoots. But I'm not going to top these 2 because they already have new shoots coming out with flowers on them. So I know I probably should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to trim 2 of these, and then the 2 that are a little bit slower along that are flowering as well. There's 4 Medusas total. I'm going to take the tops off of them. So this one here is going to get a trim.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
Really crazy ornamental plant. That looks scary. Every time I do it, scares the pants off of me. But the problem is it works. So you can see that there's already trying to push those other little tiny shoots out here with the flowering. It's not doing as well. we saw these ones shoot out really, really quick, and now they're going super slow, but hopefully more light saturation will help with that. So
Are you gonna top this one or leave it?
yeah, this is a golden one right here too. Did we already talk about the golden one? Yeah, we didn't hit
But
it.
we
huh?
didn't hit it though.
This is the golden one, and it's got enough leaves up here that I'm going to hit it fairly high. We're terrified of topping every time we do it.
But
It's
we
not
love the
scary.
results, so because it really does help and it works and you get bigger plants.
So I'll cover that, and then the sprouts really quick that we have going. We have the Dulce Soul, the Black Cobra, Bahamian Goat, the golden plant. I keep wanting to say eggplant. The golden pepper.
White ghost here, or the ones we're
Yeah,
topping. Did you say Medusa?
I think so. I don't know, Medusa. So we'll go over. I'll put a list down in the link. We're sorry if this video gets a little bit long. Maybe I'll try to speed up some of the process and stuff. These white ghosts that I just put right here today are transplants, and they always look like there's dying off or some kind of problem going on with the leaves. But it's almost like the fish pepper. It's got a variegation coloration in the leaf.
Yeah, we had that last year.
We never got these to produce anything, but we thought that was really cool. So a couple ghosts here. These three are yellow Scotch Bonnet, which is similar to a tropical habanero. Really excellent tasting pepper. I'm pretty sure the Halloween habanero was these. And then this is one Carolina Reaper we have going so far, and one Starfish pepper we have going so far. These ones only are singles. They didn't necessarily have a failure because of unviable seeds. What they had a failure with is those little trays that we've been using and stuff. They have like a little flower shape cut out of the direct bottom of it that really sets it the wrong ways if you don't check it, and so it retains the moisture and the roots really can't get out of there. So when you're looking for trays for seed sprouts, hopefully you have enough holes at the bottom that the roots can kind of get out. But they're in better situations now. We're just going to play it by ear. I'm going to snag that one right real quick. Before I go, once I get my legs under me for doing this, before I go, I just want to make sure as much is done as possible, because clipping them like this is scary. I kind of ignore it for a couple days, trust the process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple hours into this light, I'll go ahead and switch this one off right now. Well, it runs about 2 hours under the purple light in the morning, about 8 hours of the white light in the afternoon, in the day, and then about another 2 hours of this at night. So we were running just the straight white light, and it was kind of making the plants they were affected a little bit. And we were running just the purple light, and they were just trying to flower on us. So we're trying to run a combination of the two. So far, this has been working for us, but all this stuff, 150%, this is just brainstorming. This is our plan, and this is one of the systems we have going. Pretty soon, this is our first bin full of these 9 varieties, and we're going to do another bin system right over here, just like this one with the containers underneath and then the up top, and we'll be able to switch the lights throughout the day. And then once March hits and the temperatures start getting higher, we have a really, really excellent south-facing window, so we can almost harden off our plants for the season as early as possible. But just trying to keep them trimmed down, keep them clean and manicured. Epsom salt's good if you're trying to get the coloration back on the leaves. We also can run a fan right here into it if you're starting to get too much bolting and you can't get enough light. And a good way to strengthen your plant overall is to simulate wind of some way. So far we haven't been running the fan, but we probably will be doing that pretty soon. But every once in a while, just fanning them like that kind of
Strengthens the root system. It makes them think the wind is blowing, so they try to grab deeper.
Perfect. Let me turn this light on just for a second. I forgot to show something that I have to show. 150%. Sorry if this video is long, you guys. I will seriously try to cut it. Here's the Black Cobra.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire.
Oh man, we are not professionals. Definitely not professionals. Look at, there's a pretty good root system on this black Cobra one right here. So you want them to reach down into that water. A good fertilization to help with the health of the plant pick up. I mean, I said it like 5 times, but Epsom salt's really, really
Yeah,
good.
gives a good root ball too. And you know, when
This
you
is the
when you
Dulce
stimulate
soil.
the wind with a fan or anything like that, it makes your root ball even bigger. Makes for a stronger plant.
So we'll just keep driving those roots down towards the water by bottom watering as much as possible.
See that one?
Oh, sorry. Here you go.
Yeah, see that one's getting pretty good.
So let me see.
Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry, I don't know why that
There's
went
9
on.
peppers total. We do generally try to leave this off unless we're really concerned and the cats are trying to get to them. They've given us basically no problem this year so far on the peppers though. So
Good.
February 8th, 2019. This is UT and Angel, and we wanted to show our very first bin of the year. And this is one of the ways we like growing. She's going to try the, what was it? The shelf system this year?
Shelf unit, yeah.
And I'm going to go with doubling down on the bins. So both of them, very good processes. None of this stuff we're at all tutors on at all. This is our plan. You
Our
know?
experience.
So we want to
and
take part in your guys' experience as well. We love watching you guys plant seeds and the different techniques you use, the different things you're trying out. I mean, everybody is so unique in this situation. I think that's why some of the channels speak like that. They speak on behalf of, you know, hopefully understanding that we're not professionals. You know, what works in my zone may not work in your zone. What works in the neighbor's yard may not work in our yard, you know, and what our personal experience becomes might not be your personal experience. So this is UT. I love you guys. I'm watching you guys. If I'm not getting a chance to comment, I'm playing video catch up right now. It is February 8th, 2019. I love you guys.
Thanks for
Thanks.
watching.